welcome to Trash Source History. I'm your host, Maya Pokletar, and today's topic will be Uzbekistan. Uzbeks are very cultural people and have many traditions. For example, some of their main food preferences are manti, sherpa, shashlik, lagman, and samsa. However, their most common cuisine is palav, also known as plav. Plav is like the cheeseburger to America. It is like the rice to Asia. It's like the tea to China. It is their main dish. Basically what plav is just a giant mound of rice and meat and carrots and some onion in there too. So the national clothing of Uzbekistan is very bright, beautiful, and cozy. The styles that men and women wore were very much alike. The Uzbeks used to wear gowns, dresses, and skirts that were wide, long, and whole cut and hid the shapes of the human body, unlike the Kardashians. Today, however, it is very uncommon to find Uzbeks wearing their traditional clothing, except at festivities and holidays, because European influence has spread throughout the country of Uzbekistan, and now they wear more modernized clothing, such as this. As for religion, about 90% of the total population of Uzbekistan is Islamic. The rest of the population is mainly a part of the Russian Orthodox Christianity community. The Constitution of Uzbekistan protects freedom of religion, so it really doesn't matter if you worship God or a potato. You're accepted. And now we arrive at the music stop. Traditional Uzbekistan music sounds a little like this. Like any country, Uzbekistan has its holidays and festivities. Some of the main ones include Navruz, Boysun Bahori, Shark Tarana Lari, Independence Day, New Year's, and finally, Ramadan. That concludes our segment of cultural traditions of Uzbekistan. Let's move on to Thomas.
Thank you, Maya, for that lovely cultural traditions segment. Now, for the people groups of Uzbekistan. About 80% of the Uzbekistanian population are Uzbeks, or naturally born Uzbekistanians. The other collective 20% goes to 5% Russian, 5% Tajiks, 3% Kazakhs, and 2.5% goes to this. And the other 1.5% goes to Tatars. As for the political system, they have a presidential constitutional republic, and what you're seeing now is what it looks like for the pyramid structure. If this looks familiar, it is because it has the same structure as America has. And finally, for the current economic state of Uzbekistan. In the past year, the countrywide GDP has grown by about 7.8%. Now, for those who don't know what GDP stands for, it stands for Gross Domestic Profit. And if you still need more explanation, it's basically how much money the country gets by selling its goods, such as oil or clothing. Now, over to Becca.
Thank you, Thomas. But don't you mean Uzbeka? Anyway, Uzbekistan is located around Central Asia and India. It looks a little bit like this on the maps. But what does it look like in real life? In Uzbekistan, there are many sandy deserts with dunes. There's the shrinking Aral Sea in the west, and irrigated river valleys throughout Uzbekistan, one of these areas being Amudarya. There's also Sirdarya, and finally, there's Zarafshan. The natural resources of the country include zinc, copper, iron, silver, gold, natural gas, and many more. But did you know that Uzbekistan has more than 1,800 mineral reserves in the country? Uzbekistan is a very small but amazing country. It didn't just get there by itself though. It got there with the help of two largely significant events that helped Uzbekistan move forward. One of these events being in 1991, when Uzbekistan declared their own independence following the breakup of the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union was known as the Uzbek Soviet Socialist Republic in the early 1900s. Another historical event that took place in Uzbekistan were the suicide bombings that happened in Tashkent and Bukhara. This happened in 2004, and these attacks appeared to be aimed at two governments that worked with the United States that were against terrorism.
Alright everybody, thank you very much for watching our Trash Source History video. You can go and visit Uzbekistan with all this information you've learned and really connect with